Hi besties, right now I'm in a market in Mexico, but I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to the sponsor of this video, Simply Safe. As we gear up for the holidays and travel, there's no better time to make your home feel safe. Our friends at Simply Safe are giving you early access to all their Black Friday deals, with 50% off or more on their award-winning home security. Simply Safe systems are customized to your home, with a comprehensive lineup of sensors and cameras, all connected to a 24/7 monitoring service that sends help fast in case of an emergency. They've launched a new wireless outdoor security camera that extends Simply Safe's comprehensive protection to the perimeter of your property, with an ultra-wide 140-degree field of view so you can keep an eye on your entire outdoor space. Home safety is always important, but Simply Safe is essential for someone like me who's always on the road. It allows me to feel protected whether I'm home or I'm here. The wireless outdoor security camera is an easy-to-remove chargeable battery, so it doesn't require an outlet and it can go anywhere. So save 50% or more on your Simply Safe security system during their biggest sale of the year. Visit simplysafe.com/bestever to learn more. Now, on to the show. It has the large size, over 2,500 calories.
Can you guys do it is a real question.
We will probably take a couple bites.
Butter, oil, sugar, carbs. These are all the things that make life worth living. But if you eat too much, they'll also make your life end.
Honestly, if you sat down and eat this dish yourself, you couldn't do it.
Really?
Maybe John could do it.
John could do it.
Well,
Today, my high school friend John and I are sacrificing our bodies to show you the most dangerously delicious dining options in Texas.
Are you going to share some with us?
I have had 6 today, but if my wife watches this, I'm in trouble. I'm done.
From bizarre sweet treats
Instant regret.
to towering Canadian brunch creations.
I love that it's a complete meal. You have both the savory items and the dessert at the same time.
All in one.
We're tracking down food-crazed entrepreneurs who are pushing their mouth-watering menus to the max. Time to dine.
I'm so excited. It's truly an honor.
Do not reveal any embarrassing childhood stories today.
I don't think I have any more. I forgot them.
Really?
I don't know.
John, put her there. John is my childhood friend. We've been friends since
Long time.
age 11. Recently, John chugged 2 liters of Coke. Diet Coke or Coke?
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Healthy. Recently, John chugged 2 liters of Diet Coke in under 20 seconds.
It was amazing. Super hard.
John and I grew up being fat and loving food.
Still fat.
Today we're going to 3 locations and we're going to try foods that could put down a normal person. When's the last time you ate something over the top?
A few years ago, I did a Philly cheesesteak challenge. It was about 10 pounds.
Wait, why do you do it?
I just want to know that I can do it. I don't want someone telling me that I couldn't eat all of the thing they're trying to challenge me to do.
Inspirational. Like Rosa Parks if she ate burritos. Should we get going? Let's go. All right.
Probably 4 months ago. It's a Saturday. Guy comes into the store and he says, "I'll have an evil Elvis." I went, "Yes, sir." This guy hit this donut and it was ruined in 45 seconds. Finishes his coffee, walks up to the case and says, "Do you have an owner?" And I'm going, "Oh man, yeah, that would be me." And he said, "This is not a heart-friendly donut." And he leaves. I never saw him again.
A heart-friendly donut? Why are you here then?
I don't have any idea.
Meet Bruce, the owner of Hypnotic Donuts, one of Dallas's first craft donut shops.
What do you call it, a restaurant, a shop?
I call it a quasi-artisan donut store.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of words.
It must be smart.
Written about in food magazines and newspapers, this place has die-hard fans.
And why'd you want to do donuts?
I have a passion for donuts, as you can plainly see. I enjoy it. And my wife is a very good baker.
Speaking of, we've got
Canadian healthcare.
What is that?
Canadian Healthcare. It's a Long John donut with maple frosting, topped with a slice of bacon.
How'd you get to that name?
Nora, come in here, please. How did we get to Canadian healthcare?
This is maple bacon.
It's maple bacon.
Maple bacon.
Flavor it with fire. And finally, syrup.
If you eat too many of these, you should head to Canada.
Yes, either that or a letter from your cardiologist.
Are you going to share some with us? How many donuts have you had today?
I have had 6 today, but if my wife watches this, I'm in trouble. I'm done.
Let's say 2,
Yeah.
and this will be number 3?
Yeah, and this will be number 3.
Try it out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've seen these in TV shows. I've never tried one until now. With the bacon on top, the maple frosting, it's super sweet. It's a perfect pair to the bacon. I mean, a lot of people, when they make bacon, it's already kind of mapley flavored, and it all vibes together really well because pork is really meant to go with sugary, sweet foods.
You got it.
How many locations do you have?
We only have 1.
If you have 10, you have to say how many calories are in each food.
I wasn't aware of that.
These days, a lot more restaurants, a lot more shops are trying to be health conscious, trying to focus on foods with maybe fewer calories, or it's gluten-free or vegetarian or this or that. Where are you at with that?
This is a shop that makes food in Texas that can kill you. It's just that simple. We do have a vegan tray, but no, we do donuts, quite frankly, that are just eclectic. They represent the artisan nature of the people back here, and they're not good for you.
Right. Especially if you eat 6 of them. What's the wildest donut you've ever created?
The Guerrilla Warfare.
Tell me about that. What is that?
Guerrilla Warfare. It starts with a chocolate dough.
Guerrilla Warfare starts as a fritter. It's got peanuts inside, and it's got bananas inside.
What is a fritter? Because is a fritter a donut?
Oh boy, that's a great question, I think.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Fold it up together and cut it into pieces before putting it in the proofer.
I believe it's a donut. It starts with the same process that a regular donut. It just takes a different shape.
Well, wait, hold on. John, what do you think makes a donut?
I think if it looks like a donut, it tastes like a donut.
It is a donut.
After proofing, it gets fried, then dipped in white chocolate. Finally, hypnotize it with peanut butter. Today, we're taking on a donut sampler basket full of sweet, one-of-a-kind flavors.
The perfect recipe to eventually have to saw off your black foot.
Ooh.
Too graphic?
Yes.
I'll bring it back a notch, I'm sorry.
Let's go with the pistachio.
Right, this one is called pistachio. I like it, it's a play on words. Oh, okay, so look at the bottom. I totally missed this. It has an orifice.
Crunchy.
Wow, I'm chasing the dragon here. It's sweet, but not super sweet. Like that bacon one we had was sweet.
Really sweet. I think a better balance of the flavor overall.
Right now, the State Fair of Texas is going on, and so because of the State Fair, they've made this cotton candy. It feels like a fair theme, right? Cotton candy, it's bright, it's beautiful.
A very cotton candy.
The bread is very much like the Long John we just had with the bacon on it.
It's a doughy, like a dough.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The cotton candy's a little bit intense.
Takes me back to the fair, for sure.
Here we have the boba.
What is this?
So in the kitchen, there's someone who stabs delicious sauce into the middle of the donut. But there's gonna be boba in the middle.
I've had boba a couple times, but I don't exactly know what it is. Probably made of tapioca.
Yeah, it's like a tapioca ball.
I know exactly what it is.
This is full of balls.
I love balls. Oh, bouncy surprises.
It tastes a lot like pudding of tea
Yeah,
inside.
tea pudding.
This one's intense. Oh man, they should call this the defibrillator. Right here we have a fritter called Guerrilla Warfare. It's a fritter. Do you know what a fritter is?
I think it's just a donut that was in a lot of pieces that got put back together and fried.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that. Liz, is that right? Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
it's like a Reese's Pieces donut. Instant regret.
Just like Glaze on the outside has created its own sugary shell, and then on top of that, they put more sweetness. The peanut butter is what really drives it home. And we all know, when I think guerrilla warfare, I think Vietnam.
I think bananas.
I think helicopters, hand-to-hand combat.
Brown.
Like a gorilla?
Yeah.
It's a different type of gorilla.
Oh, you went that way.
Right.
Be on the lookout for this one.
Mike?
Yes.
Put her there.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Chef Mike is the owner of Maple Leaf Diner.
I'm sure I'm not the last one.
This place is a homemade slice of Canada in Dallas.
I'm trying to think of every Canadian food I know. Canadian bacon. The end.
Poutine.
There
This is the number one.
Oh, poutine is right here.
Poutine.
Poutine. It's pretty much the one dish Canada is known for. Fried, cheesy, smothered in gravy, plus a great way to cure a hangover.
Poutine has to be the most famous Canadian food there is. How do you feel about that statement?
100%.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, it's like the same as onion rings in the States here. It's everywhere.
The poutine here is a combination of French fries that have been sprinkled with vinegar powder, then piled with a load of white cheddar cheese curds. Unhealthy enough for you? Okay, how about more fries, more cheese, and to bind it all together, a white gravy.
Is this a typical poutine?
I'm a Canadian diner, but you know, I realize where I'm at. I'm in the South. In the South's white gravy. Me, in Canada, it's brown gravy, beef gravy, right?
Finally, add fried chicken, even more gravy, and green onions on top.
Happiness can be.
Your gravy is so special.
You just hit me right in the soul. I love it.
Cheese is so delicious, flavorful. The gravy, it's all about the gravy. If you don't have a good gravy, you gotta go home and start over.
Get a little pepper back from that gravy.
Right at the end. It's really awesome.
Oh, nice cheese pull.
I got some scallions, so I'm good on my salad for the day.
Hey.
They actually call this Canadian salad, so you're all set.
Perfect.
This is great. Well, let's back up. Are you from Canada or are you an imposter?
I am not an imposter. I'm for real Canadian. Well, I would say almost Canada. I'm like,
You feel
real.
Canadian.
Yeah.
How do you spot a Canadian when you see them?
You could be half Canadian, you know, with that red walking in.
Oh, God.
We don't even know.
We're from Minnesota, so basically.
It's basically Canada. It's like the suburb of Canada.
Right, yeah.
Sure. Today we're going to be trying the steak waffles. Now, I've heard of chicken and waffles. That's popular in the South. It's sweet, it's crunchy, it's savory all together. Steak and waffles, explain this. What is
We
going
just
on?
change it up a little bit. We actually use the breading, our same chicken breading, bread the steak, fry it, and then layer it on our waffle.
So is it a chicken fried steak?
Chicken fried steak
On a waffle?
on a waffle.
Oh,
With white gravy.
what?
The steak waffle. First, it starts with the base. Waffles made fresh in-house.
Honestly, if you sat down to eat this dish yourself, you couldn't do it.
Really?
It's pretty serious business. Maybe John could do it.
John could do it.
But-
Well,
On the flat top, grill up onions and green peppers.
And don't forget, the most important part about the steak waffle is the Canadian bacon. I'll show you what real Canadian bacon is.
Does it look like bacon?
No, it looks closer to ham.
Oh.
We call it actually.
This hammy tasting cut comes from the pork loin. Some folks call it back bacon.
is the Canadian bacon that you use imported from Canada?
I used to make it, but now I found a smokehouse. I had to stop making it myself because I'm not that arrogant a person. If someone can make something better than me, I'll take it on.
Same. Just hasn't happened yet.
I like it.
But I'm very humble. I mean, if they did.
Now for the bill. 2 pieces of chicken fried steak are placed on the waffle, then smothered with that southern white gravy we tried earlier. Add onions and another waffle on top. You want more? Repeat the same process again to create a double-decker that can only be secured through the use of load-bearing skewers. Add 3 slices of back bacon. And as a final touch, 2 cream puffs.
And look at this masterpiece. I call it a monster piece because it's big. Cream puffs. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I did not expect it cold.
Yeah, it's cool inside.
Yeah.
That is really sweet. It's somewhere between a cream and a frosting almost. You really have to go from the top down here. So it does not look like bacon at all, but it kind of looks like Canada, to be honest. This is where they filmed Nanook of the North up here. It's hammy, but it's also processed tasting like Canadian bacon you'd find on pizza.
It's got some chew to it too.
Yeah.
Really good.
I want to try a little bit of this chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. A nice soft steak. If I'm not wrong, I do believe they beat this meat before they fry it.
Your day's always better when you have your meat beaten.
It's called tenderizing. It's important to not tenderize your meat more than 3 times a day. It's called addiction. It's a compulsion at that point, and you need to see a therapist. Oh, yes. Syrup. I don't know how this is going to seep into the first floor down there, but I'm just worried about the mezzanine level at this moment. I'm going to put on a little Canadian bacon hat and drench it with some white gravy. We have everything here. We have the ham, the steak, the waffles, the gravy, the maple syrup, all in one bite. Let's go for it.
Mike is a very naughty boy.
They hit a spot that I didn't even know needed to be hit.
Now I want it to be hit there all the time.
Absolutely. When it came to Canadian food, I thought he would really have like a long, healthy list of like really surprising things. And we eat penguin and seals or just something like that. But I think Canadian food, at least here, it's not just about menu items, it's about heart.
Definitely.
It's about a fighting spirit saying, hey, I'm gonna adjust the menu a little bit to the Dallas local palate, and I'm gonna make something that's gonna blow people's freaking cowboy boots off.
Super satisfied.
But I'm not stuffed yet. John, we have one more location to go to. It's called
Fat Shack.
Carmen?
Yes, Sonny.
Put her there. We are pumped to be here for one main reason. We are looking for food that's gonna put us down for good. I'm looking for not just a nap, but the long sleep.
This is the fatality.
Finish him. First of all, I noticed everything is trademarked. Like, how do you trademark fat cow? Someone called me that when I was jogging, and they didn't say trademark at the end. Can I sue them?
Fat Shack has a bold menu with nothing to hide. In fact, the only thing sugar-coated here is the food.
You have a whole menu full of over-the-top, outrageous, delicious-looking foods, including this right here, the fried Oreos.
Deep fried Oreos.
The deep-fried Oreos. Not just fried, they're fried deeply.
Fried Oreos. The recipe is pretty straightforward. Coat the cookies in a funnel cake batter, then deep fry those guys until they turn golden brown.
The Oreos, we also have cheesecake bites, Twinkies, Rice Krispie trees, chocolate chip cookies, anything you want to put you to sleep pretty much.
Oh my God.
Last, coat it with a sweet powdered sugar. This is the type of food you'll usually find at state fairs, but now you can find it year-round at over 30 Fat Shack locations.
John, can I give you a quick tip?
Yes, please.
Don't inhale as you're taking a bite.
Well, I just want it to go faster.
No, the dying process?
Be careful now.
It's called the white lung. That's how my grandfather died.
Rip, Grandpa.
I shouldn't be laughing about that.
Just too much powdered sugar, breathing it in. He was too reckless, and now he's not around anymore.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I don't feel like your sympathy is genuine at all. Wow, I feel like I'm back in Minnesota at the state fair. That fried pancake batter is delicious. It's so different from corn dog batter, for example. And then the Oreo inside is still crunchy.
I told myself I wouldn't do no more.
So in this day and age, you know, where McDonald's is trying to be everything to all people, where they're trying to do fruit and yogurt parfaits and salads, it's kind of fun and refreshing to see a place that's like, screw it.
Exactly.
The Fat Shack, not the...
half fat, half healthy shack.
Yeah, not the skinny Fat Shack.
We just tell everyone, you know, it's a cheat day. Don't look at the calories. Enjoy yourself.
Well, this brings me to my next topic.
Okay.
In the USA, if you have under 10 locations, you don't have to post the calories.
That's very recent that they started doing that as well now since they've expanded so much.
So, at a place like this, I'm curious if people have walked in, looked at the menu, saw the red calories labeled there, and walked out like, I can't do it.
Surprisingly, if they see the name Fat Shack, they already know what they're walking into.
That's a good point, because the sandwich we're gonna be trying today, it's called Fat Shack.
Correct.
It starts with toasted bread, then add French fries, fried chicken, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, jalapeno poppers, cheesesteak. If you don't think that's packing enough calories, consider that all of these things are fried. Finally, drizzle it with a honey jalapeno sauce.
It has over 2,500 calories. That's as many calories as an adult male should be eating in a whole day.
Can you guys do it is a real question.
We will probably take a couple bites and take the rest home. John, location 3, meal 3, the last meal of the day and perhaps our lives. That's how I feel. 2,500 calories in one sandwich, and they made it kind of look nice and neat. I mean, they rolled it out like a burrito almost. The meat's juicy.
Definitely juicy and cheesy.
It's got a lot of cheese in there, interspersed, and that's just the first bite, the first layer as you, oh no.
No problem, nobody saw it. Mozzarella stick?
I found mozzarella stick. Wow, I speak your language. Wow, so you can eat it in the sandwich or you can just pull it out like this. That's a massive chicken finger. First of all, let me ask this. These are random, strange ingredients to have go together. What do you think about this combination?
For the younger crowd, this definitely would appeal to them.
Why younger people? Because they're dumb?
Taste buds haven't developed completely yet, you know.
Got a little in your beard right there. You just got a little. Are you saving that?
If you're gonna bring it up and embarrass me publicly, then
Well, I'm saving you from embarrassment.
Thank you.
Kids, young people, they're dumb. They don't know what they want. It's like how your kids want chicken nuggets every night.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just want everything on the menu all at once. This definitely accomplishes that in my book.
Absolutely, objectively true. Johnny,
Sonny.
this has been an insane day of eating. Reckless.
For sure, been reckless and dangerous. Duct tape and Monster are holding me together right now. So.
Johnny,
Sonny.
we did it.
Heck yeah.
We tried a lot of foods today, but there can only be one favorite. Which food would you choose to have kill you?
I would definitely choose Death by Poutine.
Ooh.
Yeah, my first Canadian experience. So I really like the pepperiness of it, but also just like the decadence of the cheese and the gravy mixed together was amazing.
Although I do think that poutine is a good choice. My favorite today, the maple bacon Long John donut. There was something so satisfying. Perhaps it's because it was the first meal of the day and I was very hungry, but maybe because the dough was so soft, the frosting was so sweet and decadent, and the bacon on top, it was crispy and it blended so well with all the other ingredients. I loved it.
I think you were concussed by the pillow of dough.
Yes, I think that might have been it. Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace. Look back here at your crew. Everyone's fit, lifting 50 pounds of trash or dough out of a bag. I don't know.
Donuts, it didn't make it maybe, huh?
Oh, what are you gonna do with that bag?
Yeah, we're going throwing it out.
All right, throw it out into my vehicle, perhaps. What do you like about putting fries on the bread?
You don't have to get an order of fries on the side or onion rings. You have all that inside your sandwich already.
Sure. I mean, why not just put everything in a horse muzzle?
I guess if you want to look at it like that.
And they can just drive and eat.
Is that an option? Can you just get it wet?
I think you can get extra sauce. I don't think they call it getting it wet. But if they do, you know they will trademark it. There's 3 different sizes, small, regular, large. Are they just getting longer with each one?
So small is about a 6-inch, then you go regular to about a 9, and then 12 inches is the large.
All right.
That's what she said.
Hey John, do you remember when we were kids and your mom would pick us up sometimes from high school? And one time you were like, bring me something to eat, and she just brought you a loaf of bread? I don't want people to misunderstand. She didn't bring a bunch of sandwiches. She brought John a loaf of bread.
We didn't get real fancy back in the day, you know?
Right, and so did you feel like how I felt? Like when you were young, the eating options were so minimal, and then you get older, you make your own money, and you're like, I'm gonna eat 6 donuts now.
That might have contributed to me getting up to 450 pounds at one time in my life.
Well, you look great now.
Thank you.
Let's try this.
All right.
Let's get back up to 450. Guys, that is it for this video. That is it for Dallas. That is it for Texas. That is it for the USA. And that is it for my good friend, John.
So long.
Can you shake my hand?
Oh, sure.
You can follow John on Nowhere, you psychos. Not everybody is hungry for fame on social media.
I'm just a fan of Sunny.
That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. You ready for it? Peace. Oh, let's get out of here.